In 2012, a single message challenged the brightest minds online. The true purpose of the test is still shrouded in mystery, and this is the story behind that enigma that is Cicada 3301. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, lovelies, and welcome to the first episode of Pages Online Haunts. Today, we are going to be talking about the story of Cicada 3301. Now, before I started looking into this, I was 100% convinced that this was just like a little unsolved ARG, easy to research, easy to fit into a 20 to 30 minute video. I was a bit wrong on that one. I have spent the last month going down a huge rabbit hole and trying to squish all of it into digestible information for you. So without further ado, let's dive right in. It was January the 4th, 2012, when on the paranormal X-board of 4chan, a simple image of white text on a black background was posted. It had a message on it stating, "Hello, we are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test. There is a message hidden in this image. Find it and it will lead you on the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few of you that will make it all the way through." There were few scrolling through 4chan on that day that did not see this message, and like many others thought that this was just another ARG that needed to be solved. Solvers started by putting the image into a text editor, which at the end of all the bytes that were revealed showed a hidden message. It was encoded with a Caesar cipher and led to yet another image. This image was of a duck with a bit of text again on the image itself. The message stated, "Whoops, just decoys this way. Looks like you can't guess how to get the message out." Keen eyes noticed the oddities in the sentence, and by picking out the words guess and out, figured out that they had to use the steganography tool Outguess. This revealed yet another hidden message that had a link leading solvers to a subreddit. Its title was a string of Mayan numerals, and it had a few cryptic text posts as well as 2 images. The images contained outguess messages and had a PGP signature. This verified that they were official parts of the Cicada communications. The image labeled problem contained a repeating pattern of a King Arthur tapestry, and there was a hidden auto-stereogram which looked like a cup, most likely referencing the Holy Grail. Meanwhile, solvers aimed to decode the Mayan numerals in the subreddit's header, and after extensive decryption, they uncovered a string of characters. Eventually, the clues led back to the original welcome picture, which contained a book cipher. Using all the clues, solvers managed to decipher the code, leading to another message stating, "Call us at US telephone number 214-390-9608. Those who dialed the number were greeted by an automated voice saying, "Very good, you have done well. There are 3 prime numbers associated with the final JPEG image. 3301 is one of them. You will have to find the other 2. Multiply all 3 of these together and add a .com to find the next step. Good luck. Goodbye." This was also the beginning of a long trail of prime numbers that solvers would have to get accustomed to. These solvers quickly took the width and the height of the original hello message posted on 4chan and realized they were prime numbers. Multiplying them with 3301 led to a website containing an image of a cicada and a countdown. A message was found within the cicada image stating, "You have done well to come this far. Patience is a virtue. Check back at 1700 on Monday the 9th of January 2012 UTC. At that date and time, 2 messages appeared on the website, as well as a third appearing when you reapplied the Cicada image to Outguess. This led to coordinates. It became obvious that whoever or whatever was running this was either a global organization with the means to get people to go around, or someone with enough money to visit these places in a short amount of time. Solvers soon realized that they needed to collaborate to be able to solve this puzzle. All of the locations were photographed and shared. They contained an image of a cicada with a QR code and were taped to posts just spread around at these locations. These QR codes led to more book codes that, when decoded, spat out a string of characters. It was a .onion link which would have to be accessed through a Tor network. When at the page, each individual was instructed to make a new free email and enter it into the website. The person would then be emailed by Cicada, who would give them a number that would have to be appended to the end of the site. It's at this point that documentation began to get hazy, as only a few gained access, and after a month without any word, Cicada gave one more message to the subreddit. They had found the individuals they were looking for, but reassured that those not picked, that there would be more opportunities like this one. Nothing else was heard for a whole year, and then on January 2013, a new cicada image appeared on 4chan once again. It was nearly identical to the one released in 2012, just donning a new message. Hello again. Our search for intelligent individuals now continues. The first clue is hidden within this image. Find it and it will lead you on the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few that will make it all the way through. Good luck, 3301. If it wasn't obvious before, it was obvious now that this was not just any other ARG. Using the trustworthy method of outguess, another book cipher was revealed. The book, most commonly known as the Book of Law by Aleister Crowley, was used to decipher the code and led to a Dropbox link, which held a 130 megabyte ISO file. The file contained 3 directories: data, boot, and audio. When booted, the image displayed a sequence of many prime numbers all the way up to 3301. The final boot screen displayed an @ with the words, "The key is all around you. Good luck, 3301" next to it. The audio folder contained a track labeled 761, yet another prime number, and it was found to be titled The Instar Emergence. A hex dump of the file received some hidden text stating, "Like the Instar, tunneling to the surface, we must shed our own circumferences. Find the divinity in and emerge." Completely separate to this, a person discovered a Twitter account. It turned out that the that the boot was referencing was this Twitter account. It was run by a bot posting hex-coded messages at precise intervals and storing the MP3 with the file found by following the instructions on the Twitter produced a rune table. It contained 3 columns, one containing a rune, another containing a number, and another containing 1 or more characters. Using the Ye Olde Faithful outguess, another message was discovered, but it seemed blank. Like weirdly blank, and after some investigation it was found to be a string of tabs and spaces, which decoded left solvers with yet another onion link. Following this link, the Tor browser presented a text stating web browsers are useless here. Solvers had to telnet into the website, and those who did found an interactive shell that you could input words into and receive a response. Saying hello led to a message that, when put through SCI, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and I'm sorry if I'm not, created yet another image linking to another address on the Tor network. The second onion displayed the phrase, "Patience is a virtue," and when inspecting the source code, it revealed the comment, which means "come back soon." Solvers pinged the service, extracting hidden data, leading to yet another third page. This page, like in 2012, gave a set of coordinates, leading posters to another image of Cicada. This time, however, they were not greeted by QR code, but telephone numbers. Calling these these numbers gave another automated voice message asking for a code to be put through the dialer. It was discovered that the access code provided on the poster had to be geometrified using the rune table we had discussed earlier. Entering the correct code returned a dataset with a Zor encrypted string, revealing even more links. Each onion site provided an SSSS, a secret sharing scheme, requiring at least 5 out of the 10 codes to decrypt the final secret, giving the link to the 5th onion. As with 2012, solvers were instructed to put in their email address. Those who entered it were given a time test of 19 abstract and philosophical questions. Those who were successful received an email from Cicada 3301 with the next challenge. Build a TCP server implementing the specified protocol and host it as a Tor hidden service. Submit your onion address and port by February the 3rd, 2013. A whole 2 weeks after the deadline had passed, the servers were pinged and logs confirmed that someone had connected to the server and executed test commands. While some solvers claim to have received an email after this, there are no verifiable copies, and unlike 2012, there was no closing message posted, leaving everyone just in the dark. This year's puzzles seeming more advanced from the previous one. On January the 6th of 2014, the next challenge started. Cicada's Twitter account posted a link to an Imgur image, which when using Outguess gave another book cipher. This one used Self-Reliance and Other Essays by Ralph Waldo Emerson. After being decoded, it led to a Tor hidden service seeming a lot similar to the previous times. However, when entering the new address, solvers were greeted by a collage of William Blake's paintings. This, when extracted, revealed an RSA encrypted message, but the key to decrypt this one was not provided, at least as far as solvers were able to find, so instead they brute forced it. After 17 hours, they successfully brute forced the key and decrypted the message, a link to another onion site. On this page, there was a long string growing every few minutes, and after 23 hours, it was complete, though the string didn't stay. Instead, the page changed completely, displaying a new document with over 3.6 million characters. Hex analysis revealed 3 hidden images: Liber Primus, Intus, and Runes. The Liber Primus book was written in Cicada's custom runic alphabet. Some parts have been partially decrypted, but the majority of it remains unsolved. The parts that were decoded gave esoteric messages, cryptographic puzzles, and philosophical riddles, making the book seem to be a manifesto of sorts. It was discovered that zoring the messages hidden within each of the 3 images led to another message, leading to yet another Tor service. It contained more cryptic text and a set of numerical magical squares, with each row, common, and square of numbers equaling to 3301. Solvers identified a mathematical puzzle, which gave another URL. The 4th onion contained a philosophical code. This is a Zen Buddhist riddle, which is meant to be paradoxical without a solution, to demonstrate the inadequacy of logical reasoning and to ultimately provoke enlightenment. By running the image of the cone through Outguess, they were able to find another onion. This one contained a signed message and an MP3 labeled interconnectedness. It shortly went offline, and when coming back, it contained just an image. A superimposed image was found within the upper right corner, and adjusting the filters revealed hidden information. Applying it to Outguess again led to a bzip compressed file, which gave a text file with a signed message. Broken up into 3 blocks, this contained 2 JPEG images and another MP3 file. By analyzing the creators of all of these, they were able to figure out that they needed to use Douglas Hofstadter's Gödel Escher, and Batch. It was used on a book cipher to reveal another onion address, which was the final test. It asked solvers to host their own hidden service and submit the URL. Those who did received a message thanking them. Cicada's final hidden message read, "Question all things. Discover truth inside yourself. Follow your truth. Impose nothing on others." And Cicada disappeared once again. Whilst there were a few PGP signed messages in the mid-2014, 15, 16 and 17, no new puzzles were ever posted, and as far as we're aware, no one new was ever recruited. There are a magnitude of theories and speculations around Cicada 3301, considering they never made public who or what was making these puzzles and why they were in the need of these highly intelligent individuals. People's imaginations were left to just run. For many people, like myself, at the beginning this seemed nothing more than another ARG. In the late 2000s to 2010s, mid-2010s-ish, ARGs, or alternate reality games, were springing up everywhere. They were in video games, they were just posted and highly successful online, such as Marble Hornets, so it wouldn't have been much of a stretch if it hadn't continued in the eerie way that it did. Some believe that it was for an intelligence agency to recruit their top tier cryptographers, hackers, and analysts. Due to the advanced knowledge required for some of the puzzles, as well as access to tour sites, real world locations, and anonymity practices, people believe this could be it. Again, this wouldn't exactly be far-fetched. Agencies such as NASA and GCHQ have used puzzles like this before. However, there was no verifiable connection to a government agency, and it's most likely the public recruitments this elaborate wouldn't really be worthwhile to these agencies. But then what about something less official? There's the theory that this was created by a private cryptography group or a cybersecurity firm looking to recruit top tier talent. The puzzles were highly technical, suggesting a group of experts running it, and there are unverified reports of solvers receiving private messages or even being recruited for jobs in cybersecurity. The challenges also mirrored real-world cyber security tasks, so while it might not be a government organization, there was no real reason for it to not be an organization in general. But then no organization has claimed responsibility, and with its fame, it would be so unlikely that a company would shy away from the bragging rights of creating such a task. There's also the use of philosophical messages that gave the idea that this was something more ideological than corporate. So what about a secret society? Sure, the idea of a modern day cyber cult or secret society sounds out of reach, but the philosophical messages lay part to the idea. They were about enlightenment, personal growth, self-reliance. Some of these are common themes in cult recruitment methods. Some solvers even claim that Cicada tested the mindset and ideology of those who passed on top of their intelligence. And ultimately, the question is why? Why did they have to be so secret? Why did Cicada 3301 never revealed who they were or why they were recruiting unless they had to? But no confirmed members have ever come forward, nor did Cicada have a physical presence or any historical ties, meaning that this was probably not likely. Another theory along this line was the involvement in the cypherpunk movement, advocating for privacy, strong encryption, and decentralized power structures. Some puzzles emphasize this decentralized communication and anonymity and contained libertarian themes. This all aligned with the cypherpunk manifesto of 1993, but Cicada never explicitly mentions political or private goals, and the real-world scavenger hunts didn't align with the cypherpunk methods. Then the idea of a dark web or criminal organization was shot down by Cicada themselves, who had allegedly told people who had passed their test that they were to either stop criminal activity or withdraw from continuing with Cicada. Ultimately, since 2017, there has been nothing from Cicada, so it's unlikely that we will ever know the true meaning and outcome of these bizarre puzzles. But I hope I gave you a good insight into what happened. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by leaving a like and a comment. And if there's anything I can improve on, please let me know. This is my first ever video, so any constructive criticism is highly welcome. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video in the Pages Online or Offline series, because there's going to be 2 of them. And if you have any ideas for the series, either the online or offline one, please let me know by joining the Discord in my description below to access the form to submit them, as well as the links to any of my other socials if you would like to check them out. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, lovelies, and I will see you very, very soon.